kinds pollination, agents of pollination. So plant use two abiotic, wind and water pollination, and one abiotic, that is animals. Dominating is bee agents to achieve pollination. But majority of plants use biotic agents for pollination. Now, reason. Okay, the flowers produce enormous amount of pollen when compared to the number of fuels available for pollination. Why is that? Because pollen grains coming in contact with the stigma is a chance factor in both wind and water pollination. To compensate this is why they produce enormous amount of pollen. Now, pollination by wind is more common amongst abiotic pollination. Now, wind pollination also requires that the pollen grains are light and non-sticky. Of course, if they are light, they can easily fly in the air so that they can be transported in wind currents. Now, they often possess well exposed stamens so that the pollens are easily dispersed into wind currents. So, a well exposed stamen so that the pollen grains are easily dispersed into wind currents, and large, often feathery stigma. Stigma, it is a part where pollen gets germinate, trapped. So it has the large, often feathery stigma to easily trap airborne pollen grains. Now, wind pollinated flowers often have a single ovule in each ovary and numerous flowers packed into an inflorescence. An example is corn cob. The ears we see nothing but the stigma and style, okay, which wave in the wind to trap pollen grains. So stigma and style to trap the pollen grains. Okay, wind pollination is quite common in grasses. Water is quite rare in flowering plants and is limited to 30 genera, mostly monocot. Because okay, anyways, a wind pollinated plant showing compact inflorescence. See, this is the compact inflorescence and well exposed stamens. Now, well exposed stamens so that the pollens are easily dispersed into wind currents, and often they also have large, often feathery stigma to easily trap these airborne pollen grains. Now, pollination by water. Some examples of water pollinated plants are Vallisneria and Hydrilla, which grow in fresh water. So Vallisneria, Hydrilla, fresh water. Several marine seagrasses such as Zoostera. Now, important fact that not all aquatic plants use water for pollination.